I've been excited for this deck for a long time. Probably well over a year, but we'll get into that soon. So let's take a look at these cards. So far, I am enjoying them quite a bit. Nice, different font. Bold. Colors. And you know what? I think this is going to be a good deck, and that is a loud, but also calm design. So let's put our jokers and extra cards away back in their box. Shuffle up our deck and get our night started. Let's take a quick little fan of this. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, now do our regular shuffles. So, I chose this deck specifically today since, as I said earlier, I've been wanting to use this deck probably well over a year at this point, but I could never find a time. And I thought now, along with our games, I could share some, I guess, story-ish circumstances. I could relate this deck is what I'm trying to say. So, let's deal out our first game and get into our night of cards ahead. As we start with a 7, and I'm really liking that look on the card. So I chose this deck now because I just finished watching the Netflix documentary. I believe it was called The Greatest Night in Pop. Wow, a 999 start. We have our work cut out for ourselves. Anyway, and for those of you who have not seen it, it is about the creation of the song We Are the World. Honestly, a bit of a cheesy song in retrospect, but now it's not too bad. But anyway, I watched that, and for those of you who don't know, this song is about providing awareness/relief to issues in Africa, and it gathered the largest group of pop artists to get this word out. And as you would think, it is hard to get people like that on the same page, have their schedules align, and make something like that happen. I'm not spoiling anything here in case you want to watch it, but it was recorded in one night after the 1985 American Video Awards or Music Awards. I think it was the AMAs. And it gets into the songwriting process of how Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie were writing this song because they got a message from Quincy Jones that they wanted to get a song out. Well, it was somewhat from Quincy Jones. It was from this record. Music Man, Hollywood big shot guy, spoke to Quincy. Then Quincy spoke to Lionel, and Michael Jackson happened to be with Lionel. And then this song was starting to be written. And as they were writing that song, they invited Stevie Wonder to write the song as well. But that did not happen, as this looks to be the end of our first game so we could not get past the 999 start. So let's see which cards were left unturned. As we have, watch it be double tens and eights, double jacks, double aces, triple aces, and wow, that's actually a little surprising. Anyway, so basically, this song reminded me of the 80s, or not the song, this deck reminded me of the 80s with its art style. I grew up watching shows like Little Bill, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, sometimes the show with Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers. I don't know why it's skipping my, oh yeah, Living in Color. So, when I saw this deck, I thought, you know what, it's called Off the Wall. It reminds me of that, and for a more modernized reference, the song Finesse with Bruno Mars and Cardi B pays tribute to Living in Color. And you can kind of see how these colors and patterns would reflect in that video, music video. So I am fairly into music, I'd say quite a bit into music, not just listening, but writing. And I just really enjoyed certain styles of the 80s music a lot. And disco, for the most part, well, kinda. And one of my favorite disco songs happened to be Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description because I want you to give it a listen. Oh, what the heck was I doing? Just because it is one of my favorite songs, one of my bigger musical influences in understanding a lot about how music is written, produced, composed, layered, all that stuff. So I'll have a link to the regular song down below, as well as, wow, triple aces, look at us, we're lucky. My favorite part, which is an isolated instrumental version. And if you enjoy music, you like funk, you like good feelings, and music to move to, or those lovely earworms that happen, that song is for you. Let me know if you check it out. Actually, leave a comment on the videos because I frequent them quite a bit, especially the instrumental, saying that you came from me, and that'd be pretty cool to see over time. A couple of you, maybe 10, maybe even 20 or more, be there saying Ape sent me and having a little minor correlation to that. And plus, if I ever write or release any music, there would be a little tidbit for those of you interested in those things. Anyway, check those out. I recommend it quite a bit. Save it for later. And if I didn't say so already, fat stack over there from earlier. And let's keep building. Just a very lovely design, and that's what made me pick this out as soon as I saw it. And now that that documentary came out, I assume some of you have seen it. It is quite fitting in my opinion. I know it came out a little while ago, but I don't always go on there. Okay. Tough spot right here. We need a black king to have ourselves a chance at going far. Actually, you know what? On top of what I just said, if you'd like, let me know one of your favorite songs down below, and I could give them some listens. And I want you to pick your favorite. In my opinion, the obscure, the better. So please do that. And if it's disco-esque or has that type of late 70s, early 80s sound to it, I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. Okay. Actually, please do that. I would like this video to also become a way for other of you to discover newer music / older music maybe you have not heard of before. And that'd be pretty stinking cool, as we just got incredibly lucky with that 9. And now we're racing against the cards. And it looks like we just won that race, as we have ourselves our first victory of the night. My goodness. That is quite sweet. This one was fairly smooth the entire time as well. 1 W down. Let's see if we could get to 2. Also with 1 fat stack. Oh, it'd be so fun to talk to you one-on-one about music for those of you who are really into it. I always enjoy hearing people and their thoughts and viewpoints on their preferences, especially something they're passionate about. And if it's a passion that aligns with one of mine, it makes it so much more impactful, as we have all of the spades in order, ace to king, along with all of the clubs in order, ace to king, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. Let's shuffle this up. I had a feeling it's going to be a little chunky, as surprisingly we have a really great start to this one. All of the red cards fanned out in order. Sweet. Let's see if we continue with the black cards, and instantly we fall apart, but you know what? That was still a pretty good shuffle. So let's do a casino shuffle while we move on to our third game of the night. And just for a little bit more, we'll talk about music, and then we'll get into some art, because this is obviously very lovely. For me, I grew up in a musical, well, my brother was very musical / is, and I was lucky enough, since as early as I could remember, to grow up with a very high-level musician around me, playing complex pieces of music on his own for solos, and listening to CDs and records of just amazing compositions. So I feel like I have a good advantage in ear for something like that, just naturally, thanks to my brother. And I just, when I was younger, I noticed if the movie, TV show, whatever I watched didn't have music, it kinda sucked. But if it was something that lacked visuals, but the music was amazing, or really good. It made up for it 10 times over. And music has the power to control your emotions so much, especially in horror movies, romance movies, TV shows even. And most of us know our favorite TV shows themes like the palm of our hand. And it's just really interesting thinking about that from a young age. And that's what kind of steered me away from some shows. But I can remember pretty much the first time I saw Mickey Mouse. Ooh, triple eights now. So we go from triple nines to triple eights. With his blue hat. And all of that wonderful music along with it. Oh, almost missed that. And now we have double fives as well. Anyway, just something if you haven't thought of before. Maybe you'll recognize the things you like have a very nice soundtrack to your ear. Anyway, let's give this deck its rating. So the durability is actually pretty good. Nice cut of card. Feel like there'll be no issues if I were to use this deck every day. The design on the back is unique. It's better than a regular card in my opinion, but I can see how it could be a little meh. So it's good. Almost great. What else? The face card designs are fairly simple and consistent. I honestly would like a little bit more, but it is fitting towards the deck. More colors would be nice too, and variation. What else? Oh, I wish too the numbers were a little larger for the font, as we have quadruple eights, and that is the nail in our coffin, as I believe that was our third place. We must wait. Honestly, they're very small things I'm pointing out, but it's a couple small things lined up. So I think a fair rating for this deck will be a 7.5 out of 10. Just missing the great factor, but still, altogether, very pleasing. Okay, all of our eights have some building. We've really needed that 9. And we need to put down that king to our right, so we'll put down this 8 instead, as we made the right decision. Now what did we get? That's helpful. And hopefully this 10 will be helpful in our next turn. Interesting, interesting. 1. Oh. We have to do this one because so many cards are left under it. Unfortunately. And luckily, it pays off for us. And we get fat stack number 2 on the night. Maybe if we get some kings down, we could find ourselves with a third, but it's looking like that might be out of the realm of possibility. As we are stuck with that queen, so we shall build and kill until we can build no more. So let's see how far we can go. And if we could touch a victory once more on the night in back to back games. And it looks like we might have a good chance at that. Come on, back to back, let's see it. Another 9. Here we go. King, a 10. I guess that works. And we somehow make it to this jack. Jack, king. Do we hear another king? No, a queen. So we must go jack, queen, 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 jack, and we have won back-to-back games. Awesome. I guess it's gonna be one of those lovely nights with our games, isn't it? As we already have all of our spades in order, ace to king for the second time, with all of the clubs. Next, the hearts with the diamonds. Let's do victory shuffle number 2. Not as good as our first one to start. Let's see if we manage to recover. Jack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, ace. Not too bad. You know what? Let's double up on our casino shuffles. For whatever reason, this art style reminds me a little bit of Picasso. I almost bought myself a sweatshirt with Keith Haring designs. I was surprised I found it, but it was one size too small. And I thought, I'll just let the other person who finds it to enjoy it. Okay, game number 4. Interesting little curvature on that deal. Uh-oh. I thought we were gonna get hit with triple 9s once again. But instead we have double 9s and double 8s. And make that triple 8s. This one might be quick. I just noticed that. That one I've been noticing. That one's really nice. There something is better than nothing, and twice is just as nice. Thrice, blind mice. Somebody get me some rice and a side of spice for delight. My goodness, we had triple eights, we just had triple nines momentarily, and now we're looking to somehow erase all of it. What the heck is happening right now? And there goes our queen with a king. And there's a 7. Wow. This is kinda remarkable. Even if we lose, the chances of back-to-back games, or back-to-back-to-back games having rough starts with this much of a turnaround are pretty insane. But I think we just ran out of luck. So let's see what's in store with these next few cards. Triple fives, nail in the coffin, in my opinion. Or through my eyes, I should say. Yep. It was a good streak, though. So time for a double check, as there's nowhere for that king. King, once again, 10 and a 9. Triple fives left on the field as we move on to our final game of the night. Can we make it 3? Double jacks, double fours, double aces, double twos, triple fours, and that's what stopped us. Let's go back to our regular shuffle as we wrap this one up. It's been really fun so far. I'm very surprised with how consistent our games have been, regardless of the tough situations we find ourselves in. Let's do it. Final game of the night. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And with that start, I thought of a good way to describe our night. Crazy eights. Let's do this. And we have something brewing already. That was quick. there's our black jack, and we open up, hopefully, a can of plays. I was gonna say worms, but I've already said that word tonight. So let's go for something better, as we have more royalty taking up real estate on our right side. On our right side, my bad. I don't like when I say our, when I mean our. Don't know why, I guess I'm just a little nitpicky with myself. Whatever. Do you ever find yourself doing that? Instead of our, you say our. It's like a description. Our relatives, or our are. Our are. You know what? Time to make you yawn. Yawn. Yeah, take that. I'm using extra tricks tonight. That's tough. But you know what? We could fight right back. Fat stack number 3. And almost fat stack number 4. Just 1 black, 2 off of that mark right here. Oh, we did not need you. We did not need you. I think that's it, if I saw that correctly. Oh, what a tough way to end it. Nowhere for that king. Nowhere for that 8. And lastly, nowhere for that 8. Again, crazy 8s is the word of our night, but a great fight all throughout it. So my friend, that is it. It has been fun, my goodness. Our games were just remarkable. Let's see the final cards left unturned in this one. As we have double aces, double 5s, and double 9s. I call that quite a crime. And my friend, that was the off-the-wall deck. Please check out those 2 videos I linked in the description. Let me know that you made it there. And if I see you there, I will respond to you, of course. And with all of that being said, please have yourself a relaxing and lovely remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams, and until we meet again, stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.